Hello world, and welcome to Style Amplified. I'm your host, Gyasi Williams. Your health is your wealth. It's a phrase many of us have heard before, but many Americans struggle to live by today. In this fast-paced, fast food world we live in, many Americans struggle with the will and know-how to navigate those rough waters of health and fitness. But that's where personal trainer Darness of Team Darness comes in. We're here with Darness to speak to him about how his outside-of-the-box thinking is providing phenomenal results for his one-on-one personal clients, as well as his 30,000 YouTube followers. But as you'll soon see, his outside-of-the-box thinking also helps him beat to his own drum. So live from the Bronx, New York, Darness of Team Darness on Style Amplified. Let's check him out. All right, greetings, Darness, and welcome to Style Amplified. Appreciate you coming on the show.
That's what's up.
All right, Darness, so for our Style Amplified viewers out there, in addition to being a personal trainer, can you tell us a little bit about who Darness is and what inspired your journey up to this point?
When I was younger, around 19, 20, I was shot. So I was paralyzed from the waist down. They told me I would never walk again. You're not going to do this, not do that. And that kind of like made me feel trapped. So what I found out later on was the situation wasn't as bad as they said it was. I still walk with a limp, but it wasn't as bad as they said I was going to end up being. And from then on in, I just wanted to make sure I was always strong. I didn't want to feel like I had to rely on somebody to do something for me. So I made sure I did it myself, and I was always independent. First, it was like I was pissed off because besides finding out about the workout, I consider myself always a good athlete. Okay. I was always able to do things my friends couldn't do. Run a little faster, jump a little higher, climb over things a little bit more. All that had like kind of stopped. All that kind of like, that braggadociousness kind of like just got shut off. So it was like, me being the way I was, I needed something else to show off with. Like. Right. So it was like, okay, I couldn't walk at the time, so it was push-ups. So I noticed that my friends that was working out, when they came to the house, they were doing like 5 and 10. I was like, I'm doing 100. They're like, no, you're not. So I got down and started doing them. And I just noticed that it was like, I was just a little better at it than other people. So it kind of drove me to do it more because other things got taken away. I was always good at riding bike, running. I was always the fastest, dancing. I was good at, but that kind of got put on hold. So it was just to find another outlet, just not to get stagnant, not to be bored with myself, and not to be out of shape. Because after that situation happened, I put on a lot of weight. Okay. Where I was like physically not the way I wanted to be and not the way I was used to being. So that had a lot to do with it.
Wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like you're a particular gentleman where you took pride in your physical nature. Yeah. And that was part of your identity, what you judged yourself by when you looked in the mirror. Yeah. So that's very interesting. So let's take a step forward. Now you're doing well over 100 push-ups. Yeah. I see you on YouTube, strong following, personal training. Yeah. But the Team Darness movement that you are now, how did that come about?
How did that come about? Honestly, there was a guy on my team before that I used to work out with. I think he moved or something. But it's from something basic and simple. He was coming to the house one day, I was standing outside, and he was just screamed out, Team Darness. So I was like, damn, that sounds cool. So I just started putting that label on it. There was no real Team Darness, it was just me. Okay. It was just me. It was just to give somebody an idea of what was going on. It was Darness1234, then Team Darness, then blah, blah, blah. Then it turned out that other people wanted to be part of it. It just, anybody that had gotten the shape, like I took them from point A to point B, would just stake that claim, like I'm on Team Darness now, I'm part of Team Darness. Okay. So it came from that. There was like maybe 12 or 13 people that I considered as on Team Darness, and most of them are rocking these tattoos that me and my wife have and my kids wear. And they took it upon themselves to ask me permission, could they go get it? So I was just like, okay, wow, y'all want to put my brand, something that represents me, onto yourself? I was like, sure, yeah, we could do that. So I was taking people to go get tattoos, getting them branded. I didn't see nobody with no Billy Blanks tattoos or P90 tattoos or insanity tattoos. Insanity tattoos. Right. I saw people actually, seeing what I had and wanted to be part of it. So I was like flattered, like, yeah, come on, let's do that. My kids have it, my son has it, my daughter has it, my wife has it, my nephew over there, he's soon to have it. So it was like people started something that they made it more than what it was supposed to be, and then I just bandwagoned on it and tried to make it more than what it is, and it just started getting more interesting. especially when you can show off that tattoo and claim that you're part of a team. So that just, it made me proud. It felt good.
I can definitely see how that'll feel good to you. And also, too, I think what you're describing is why we would consider it a movement. You know, movements always start when there are just small people that get together. And you were someone who, I guess you would say, led that movement. But it sounds like this particular movement you have now is bigger than just you. There's a ton of people. And, you know, thousands of people who feel part of it.
The movement came about because a lot of the clients that I was training, they found out that they was a lot stronger than people that were already training. People that they would go back to me like, I'm training with Darness. I had girls coming back running to me saying, I beat some guy at work. I did 100 push-ups. He only did 40. I got some guy that said this guy he used to work out with, he's way stronger than him now. And the results happen quick because the workouts are raw. It's like, I'm not saying my style or technique is better than others, but I tend to get results from other people that I get them to do things they normally wouldn't do. So the movement comes about from just changing yourself, from like just getting better, like just getting stronger. Practical movement, practical muscle, not show off muscle. Not just practical stuff. Like we do a lot of the self-defense, and a lot of the stuff is just to get up off the ground, climb up onto something that you might come in handy later on, as opposed to just basically just showing off or showing somebody that's something that you can do. Like yeah, I think my workouts actually can save your life.
That's powerful. That's powerful. And I think your workouts are very innovative, so to speak.
All right,
definitely, I appreciate it. And off camera, you were telling me that there's a difference between having, I guess in my own words, muscle and usable muscle. You talked a little bit about how guys who lift weights and just they have this strength about themselves, but it's not practical strength.
They're like big trucks. They can move a lot of weight. They can pick up heavy things. But I want to be a sports car. I want to be able to dart in and out, go under, go over. It's more practical. Like you see a lot of dudes, just muscular dudes, they stand and pose. And I'm not knocking bodybuilding at all. I'm just saying, because I used to bodybuild. That's the way I got but I realized that more practical muscle come into play when you can hit them bars and jump over things, climb under things. Once you have that kind of discipline, you have a different kind of concept on working out. It's not just working out to look a certain way. It's working out to be able to accomplish something. And when you do those kind of workouts, you end up getting a certain kind of look. The muscle becomes a little more raw. It becomes a little more intense, I think.
Now, is that muscle harder to get rid of when you have more practical muscle?
Practical muscle, I think, like with the workouts we're doing, they stay with you more. It's like more muscle memory involved with it. It's if you ever seen like soldiers practicing, going under barbed wire, climbing over walls, that stuff is taught to them to learn how to be a certain way to get themselves in and out of certain situations. But you will develop a certain kind of muscle just doing that. You're burning fat, period. You're pushing yourself to a certain point, and you're not just laying on a bench and pushing weight up. You're climbing, pulling over. It's based on stuff like that, eccentric movements, I think.
That's why.
Learn how to twist your body and move it into a certain way to get up on something. Like if you're familiar with a muscle up, that involves a lot of muscle and pushing and pulling. That's also pulling yourself up over a wall if you had to. If, God forbid, some dogs was chasing you or something, you have to pull yourself up over this wall, as opposed to the big cock diesel dude. He's like, I'm going to stand and fight. I'm climbing over the wall and like, yo. So it's based on something like that. And I live in the Bronx where shit happens all the time. Where it's like you want to get yourself into and out of a situation as fast as you possibly can. So yeah, based on stuff like that, practical movements.
So Darness, I appreciate you sharing that information about your journey. But another question that pops into my head is, at what point during your personal training did you know that was your niche and that you were confident enough in your abilities to say, hey, I can support my family by doing this?
Because I was, people would always, when I was younger, when I was working out, they would always say, oh, can I go to the gym with you, or can I go to the park with you? And I'd be like, all right, come on. Then I remember one day I didn't go to the gym for like 2 days, and this girl called me, cursing me out. Where were you? I was expecting you to be in the gym. I was like, the hell are you? You don't pay me. She was like, all right, I'll start paying you. And that's basically how it started.
Ding, ding, ding.
Because I was always critiquing people and showing them, and they were getting results from it. And it just was like a fun thing to do. Like, come on, come to the gym. I'm going to show you something, blah, blah, blah. And I was just basically giving away information. Stuff that I learned on my own from rehabilitating from when I became shot, when I was paralyzed. There's a lot of stuff that I was doing that people would call unorthodox or eccentric. But that was the stuff that was working for me. And I would apply the other rules with other people. And then that one girl, she called me basically cursing me out. So I was like, well, she ended up paying me, and then other people started paying me, and the word just started spreading, and that's how it basically started. Then I went and got certified, got some papers. I even got my wife to go get certified. She's not a trainer. I just got her to go do it just because of the knowledge that she had for it, and when she helps me train and all that. But that's basically what started.
Wow. So with you realizing that a little bit, and kind of, it sounds like your passion came first, everything came organically, it turned into a business later?
Yeah, it turned into a business later because it was something that I wasn't taking serious.
Okay.
I had like maybe at one point like 5, 6 clients. And I would like forget that they were supposed to come. I forgot that they were paying because I wasn't taking it serious. And then it was like I had put my first video up on YouTube. And that was basically to just show people like, hey, I'm a trainer. If you want to see what I'm doing, go check the video out. I didn't expect all the other stuff to start happening. People would start asking me questions. Then they found out my age. Then they saw what I was doing. Then I started putting up before and afters, and it just started getting more and more relevant, I could say, I guess. That people started comparing me to other people and asking how come I was doing stuff this way as opposed to that way. And it's like you can't ask a person why they're using that and it's something that tastes good, like part of their recipe. Like, why did you put that in that? Like, if you like it, then
because I like it.
Yeah, it's not based on. My workouts got critiqued a lot because they were not what everybody else was doing.
Okay.
And that's why I was getting a lot of flack and kudos. People were like, that doesn't make any sense. I've never seen that before. And it was basically like, since they never saw it, it was something that they would critique, like, what is that or what are you doing? Right. And I would like basically like pay attention to the results. If I go outside and kick a tree and 1,500 fall out of it, I'm kicking every tree that go up the block just to see if I can get those same kind of, so I can see if I can get those kind of results. So basically I do a lot of things eccentric, and people always telling me I shouldn't or shouldn't do things a certain way. I'm hard-headed. But the way that I did it and the way that I'm doing it, it proved my point that I have too many people in shape. I have too many before and afters that I can show you right now where I can go, look, she did this, and did that, and did this, and followed the diet, and she's in shape now. So, yeah.
Well, you say hard-headed, I say will, I say determination. Because I think it takes a strong-willed and strong-minded person to, when things are coming around you, and this is a great lesson for our Style Amplified people at home, it sounds like you walked into your passion, you walked into your destiny. It wasn't necessarily that you saw that coming, but I think a lot of times what happens is when people see things that are come to them, you walk away from it, and you were fearless in taking those steps to say, hey, you know, I'm going to take that one step closer, so kudos to you for being stubborn.
When after I got shot and the paralyzation, other things was taken. So it was like me being in like, almost, I'm a Leo too, so I was always in the limelight type for the dancing or the showing off or cracking jokes or just doing something that somebody normally wouldn't do. Running through the cart with your pants down, doing stupid shit just to make your friends laugh. That kind of got taken away. You know what I'm saying? So other things came into play to just have that type of outlet still that made me feel like I was doing something. Or it's like my personality got taken away from me when I got shot because I was so animated and I was always doing something that would have somebody cracking up. So I got some of that back based on the simple fact that that's how I wanted to be, and I was comfortable with that, and some of it was removed, so I'm back in my comfort zone.
Yeah, and taking control of your own life put you in this particular point today. I think that's an awesome thing for people to hear. I think the message that you have is bigger than an unorthodox training approach. To me, you're outside the box, period.
And getting my whole family to do it.
Definitely.
Because at one point I was training a lot of girls, and I would always try and get my wife to work out. She would always fan it off. I'll do it later. Then she started seeing females coming to the house out of shape. 2 months later, they're in better shape than her.
She like, so wait a minute.
So she like, wait a minute. I'm going to live with this man. I'm here with him 24/7. I need to start incorporating some of the stuff he's doing to myself. And that's when she started getting better and started seeing results. And it's like a way of life almost. Toothpaste, deodorant, and baths.
And push-ups.
It's a way of life. It's something you do because it improves your way of life. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't work out. I don't. It's like you can be rich out the ass and sick in the bed and poor and broke and have your health. The poor and broke dude can eventually become rich.
This is true.
The dude sitting in the bed with all that money, if nothing's helping him, he's going to, you know what I'm saying? He's not enjoying his riches. So it's almost like that. I was laying in that bed pissed off and depressed and couldn't do nothing. Then it was like something as simple as just getting up out the bed and doing a push-up to build yourself up. It was like, I'm amazed by that. You know what I'm saying? There was no pills. There was no shots. There was no magic diet. It was just simply pushing yourself and you got better. Like, imagine taking a quarter and beating it so bad that it turned into $1. So we be out here stomping quarters off.
The hell out of these quarters.
So it's like, I was amazed by the more you break yourself down, the more you built up.
But I think there's also more than just being, as in your analogy, that man that's in the bed who's rich. Because there's all different versions of poor.
Yeah, that was just my way of looking at it.
Definitely.
You can be poor. You can have that money, just be poor. And like, I've had this one girl ask me, is it better that I eat fried cookies as opposed to baked cookies? I like passed out. Like, are you playing with me, right? I had to realize and understand that a lot of people just don't understand it. Instead of me penalizing and laughing at it, I was wrong for that at the time, but then I understood a lot of people just don't know. Like this one guy, he's telling me I eat ramen noodles every night, and I'm like, that's why you have the gut. There's no nutritional value in that stuff. He's thinking he's saving $1, but he's actually causing himself more money by the shape he's putting himself into. He can develop a whole lot of different sicknesses based on that and not eating right. So it's the way you look at it. Like, I look at the health matters like it just basically improves on you. I'm 44 years old, and from working out and just eating right, like I get around men my age, and I end up like laughing at them. They try and clown me whenever I get around men my age. Like for instance, this year that passed, I ran into a friend of mine. He invited me to a 4th of July barbecue. I'm at the barbecue with a bunch of other men. We're sitting down talking. There's one guy I'm sitting there talking to about the workout and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he calls this girl over. He introduces me to her. He tells me that's his daughter. He's like, she's in college, you know, you're in very simple. So I'm standing there talking to her. I'm like, wait a minute, how old are you? She's like, I'm 21. I'm like, wait, my son's about to be 21. So I look over, I called Duke. I was like, your daughter, you know, she's real nice. But I was like, how old are you, by the way? He was like, wow. I was like, because I'm 44. He happened to be 38.
Wow. But
he looked that much older than me that he tried to hook me up with his daughter. He didn't talk to me the rest of the day. After that, kind of ignored me because he found that I was that much older than him. At the time, I was 43. He was 38. And then so I found that everybody there was older than them. But I'm looking at these dudes like their diet is what put them in that situation. Everybody put too much emphasis on food.
Like speaking of that, because one of the things I wanted to get into, because you're leading right into what I was thinking, which is with health and wellness right now, is more popular than ever before. A lot of people are into it, and with the internet and YouTube and some of the resources that you're using as well, people are more conscious about their diet as well as, you know, their health. But like we were stating, the ramen noodles, gentlemen, obesity is at an all-time high.
The thing that's weird is you have a lot of out-of-shape people that know what they're supposed to eat and know what they're not supposed to eat. I can have somebody right here, 300 pounds, and their diet is probably better than mine. Not better than mine. They'll know a better diet than what I'm eating, but they won't imply it. They just won't imply it. It's just like, you know, if you go into that part of the neighborhood, something bad can happen. It's almost to that knowledge. Like, they already know. They just don't want to imply it. And a lot of people, there's a group of people. You have these big women that'll come to me and be like, I'm shaped like your wife. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. They have this delusion where they think, just like a toned up person thinks they can sing, you have a lot of people that are overweight, but they think they look fine. They don't understand that percentage of body fat is not healthy on them, but they think that I'm perfectly fine. I look good like this. My man likes it. Your man loves you. He don't like the way you look, to be honest. He loves you. He's going to lay with you, sleep with you, but he's not proud of that. He's not proud of that. He loves you. He's not going to degrade you by saying you fat, or most men not. Most men should. I have a lot of friends that are like, babe, you need to work out your fat. You discourage her. She'll go find a dude that don't mind that.
So let me ask you this, because that's a good point. List them all for me for our Style Amplify people at home. What do you consider some of the major contributing factors to obesity right now?
Weave and Henny.
Weave and Henny? In that order?
They did a study and found out a lot of black women are not working out and don't work out and won't work out because they're so afraid of messing up their hair. Like, really?
Wow.
They're scared of messing up their hair, so they did a study of women that are developing diabetes and overweight because they worried about that hair, that, oh my God, oh my goodness. And I honestly think only women, we don't stress that weave shit. Men don't stress that. I think women actually do that for other women. For them to judge that, oh, she got the Hawaiian silky over the lay with the Asian butter. This bitch. Dudes ain't worried about that. Like, I take it with a Caesar, nappy afro. We're not worrying about that. It's other women worrying about that, and they're the ones putting themselves in that position to not be healthy because they're worrying about that expensive shit they just put in their hair. And I'm like, it's not that serious.
Because beauty is beauty, but also kind of walking down that same lane, what you're doing as a personal trainer, it seems bigger than that because there's also a philosophy that you have behind it.
Yeah.
So do you feel that when women come to you that there's a self-esteem issue or an appearance issue, and do you feel like they leave better than when they came?
If they choose to train me, they leave better than they came, but my situation is based on me picking and choosing almost my clients.
You select your clients. Everybody can't.
Yeah, like I'll have maybe 5 girls come up here. 3 of them will make that connection with me where I understand what they want. 2 of them are like, I got a vacation to go to Jamaica in 2 weeks, and I'm like, you don't want it. You just want that temporary, and then you think you're gonna get that. Like I tell them, it took you longer than 2 weeks to get to that weight. It's not gonna take you. It's not gonna get off that quick. And on the reverse side, some people can get the weight off that quick. I've had people that drop the weight that fast, but just like they say, results vary.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You have to apply that to find out if that's where you want to be at. Then you have some girls that come up here that they think they're going to get in shape from one workout, or they don't want to apply, they don't want to dig in hard, and it's like, you have to have that mentality. I like the ones that have already come. I almost like the ones that come to me like, the doctor said, I'm about to die. I can't eat this no more. I have to change my life. As opposed to that, my friend was working out. We went on vacation last year, and she looked better than me. It's like you don't have the commitment there. You don't have the drive to make it. So those are the ones I kind of turn down, or just not pay them too much mind. Wow. The ones that I almost don't have to stress are the ones that are constantly calling me, hitting me in the head. Where are you located? I don't care how much it costs. Those are the ones that relate to me already. They want that. The desire is there.
So, you know, Style Amplified people, you heard it first. His contributing factors to obesity, weed, is what you said.
Weed and
and coming to him with a certain amount of will and desire, not necessarily on your deathbed, but definitely come to him with that commitment. So I appreciate you sharing that information, and we'll keep it pushing. So you mentioned you're a man of a certain age, and of course in great shape. So I know our Style Amplified people at home are wondering, man, what does he eat? What does he take? So provide us a little bit about your philosophy on diet and nutrition.
All right. There's two sides to Darness when it comes to diet. There's one philosophy where I'm like, you have to put out as much as you put in.
Okay.
Because I admit I love junk food. I love ice cream, Haagen-Dazs, cake, chips, all that stuff. Once I ingest that type of stuff, I'm already knowing that I have to get on that bag. I have to put out a certain output just to burn that off. If not, I'm not going to have the same look and appeal. Then there's the Darness when I'm on some like strict regime, where I'm trying to prove to somebody or make a point, or I want to look a certain way. And that mostly applies to like summertime. For summertime, I mostly run around with no shirt on or something, riding bikes, so I want to look a certain way. But I also learned that philosophy from, you know who Michael Phelps is, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen him eat breakfast?
No.
He takes in like 2,000, 3,000 calories. He's eating a stack of pancakes, like a dozen of eggs, 2 things of grape juice, but he's using that as energy. Okay. This man broke world records. He's pushing himself faster than most people. And any cartoon and comic, because if you're not familiar with Dragon Ball Z, Goku, you ever seen him sit down and eat after a meal?
Yeah.
I kind of apply that kind of thing where I stuff my face and then burn it all off. I use it as fuel. I use it as fuel.
Okay.
You got a lot of people that sit down and take in 1,500, 2,000 calories, and then for the next 3 hours they're sitting down doing this. And then they're dozing off and then waking back up. They've done nothing to burn off what they just put on. And it's a gradual incline where they're not recognizing what's going on. Like another piece of information I found is that a cup of soda every day for a whole year equates to 15 pounds of fat.
Wow.
Now you got some people that'll hear that information and go, I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Hold on, say that one more time. Tell them
one cup of soda every day for a whole year equates to 15 pounds of fat. Wow. Now you got people that say, okay, I don't drink a cup of soda every day. Yes, you do. You drink more than that. Because if you have a 3-liter soda in your fridge, and it's just you and your wife, or you living by yourself and you dead in that, you're drinking more than a cup of soda a day. And it crosses over to that. So once I know certain information like that, I'll drink the soda, but I won't drink as much. I'll even go so far as to water it down to a certain, just to drink it down for the flavor and stuff. But those little preventive measures will help in the long run. You got people just indulging too much. You ever watch them survival shows where guys are running around in the jungle for like next 5-6 days and they lost like 12-15 pounds?
Right.
I want to start a course where I drop people off in like the desert or some shit, or the rainforest or some shit, and leave them in there for 5-6 days. You have no food available to you. You can only find the food that the only food available to you is the food that you can find that you might have to hunt for. You have to keep it moving. I can imagine sticking some obese people in that situation, and 5 days later they coming out that jungle like, motherfucker, I fought a panther. I'm like, look at your arms. You look great.
But it's that old adage that you hear all the time where you're living to eat versus eating to live.
And everything is too accessible. I want a slice pizza. You can go get that real quick. Right. I want a donut. You can satisfy that need too fast. And I took that out of the equation. It's like we don't basically eat like that. Like I said, you can hear me indulging in the junk food and all that and stuff, but the other stuff we don't do. Like my kids have never eaten McDonald's. Wow. They've never eaten pork for the simple fact that it's just not a healthy meat. It's not because I'm Muslim or certain religious. It's just we cut out certain things. And when you narrow it all down, it's based on diet, nothing else. I have men my age that work out, but their face and skin don't look the same.
Because of their diet?
Because of their diet. The stuff that they're indulging in, stuff that they're doing that they think is not a problem now. Or I deserve this thing of Henny. I work hard. And like, you ain't going to be able to enjoy that at 60. I'm 44. I'm looking forward to 60 now to see how that's going to rock. Like how I'm going to do that and shit. So I'm always looking forward. They're not looking forward. They're worrying about what they can indulge in right then and there. And it's like, You got to put out as much as you put in. Once I started incorporating that philosophy, my abs got better. I can even show you videos on YouTube in 2007 where I didn't look this way. The quality has gotten better once the knowledge increased. Like what me was, it was just eat whatever, go crazy. It was, my thing was back then was having a big chest and just being strong. As I got along and start finding out more tactics and workouts, to me I'd rather be more lean and cut, able to climb a building and help my wife if she's stuck in there, as opposed to not being able to do that. So that's what I base my philosophies on. My workout is based on me trying to help my loved ones also, being there for them and, you know, just making sure that I'm there for them and there for myself.
Well, I think that's awesome, and you actually gave us a lot of information right there. So just so our Style Amplified viewers can keep up, as far as he feels there are two sides to Darness. You say the one that kind of feels like he can eat what he wants as long as he work out, and I think a lot of us fall into that category.
But they're not at my stage or my level yet. Not saying that you can't ever get to my stage or my level. I'm human just like everybody else. Only thing I might do is do it a little better than you, but I'm not doing anything someone else can't do that I'm doing. At the same time, I have even other issues and injuries that I'm dealing with that I've overcome and got past. I'm trying not to use anything as an excuse.
Definitely.
Try not to use anything. If you even on your most tired day, your most weakest day, try and force yourself to do 5 or 10 squats. You never know what you might be forced to have to do. From all these world tragedies and things that have happened, the earthquake in Haiti, and you never know what you might be forced into at that moment. So being that I've been in situations like that, that's why I also incorporate that into my workout.
Well, your workouts are more of a lifestyle choice as well. And also, too, what you can take from it, even if you're not someone that still is a believer in working out, some of the things that he's saying is sort of an adage for life. When you're talking about the way you envision things and your commitment level. You have and also to visualize. How you lead your family by.
A lot of people don't see themselves in shape. They visualize themselves in shape. They see somebody like myself and go, oh my God, how am I going to get to that point? Because you have to start somewhere, period. You have to start. A lot of people see themselves out of shape all the time, like, I can't fit into that, I'm not going to wear that, because it's like you just got to put yourself in that position. You kind of almost got to get like those deftone people that swear they can sing. Or that big girl that's confident out the ass, no matter how big she is, she don't care how big she is, she's confident. She should also be confident in her workout and making herself and improving herself, because no matter how big you are, you still out of shape, you're still not healthy, you're still putting the stress on your heart and your lungs.
Well, I definitely think knowledge, and you touched on that as well, as one of the other things that he thinks is extremely important these days. But with knowledge, right, and you mentioned that we're here in the Bronx, and there's a lot of inner cities all across the country for the people who are going to be watching this at some point. With knowledge, being in the inner city, the impact of not being able to get the produce and things that you need, what are your views on that?
That's not true. It's all there. It's just they don't want to do it. Like, the biggest thing I think right now with these young girls is, her muffin top isn't as bad as mine. Isn't as bad as hers, so I can show mine.
It's the best of the worst.
Because there's so many. It's like, then you see these little girls walking around with their stomach hanging out, and it's almost like she just confirmed that for her that's okay for her to do it, because hers isn't as bad. When I'm like, why you just don't get some abs and then compare those to each other? It's nobody in the hood. Nobody's really saying nothing. You're almost kind of shunned to bring a workout in front of some of these people, like. Workout, this is how I work out. Oh shit.
I lift the foot.
Now my heart, my chest. Like, I have a woman that I train, she's a mortician. She's telling me she's dealing with more 15 to 23-year-old dudes. And she's pulling, and she's also doing the embalming. She's pulling stuff out of their arteries and out of their bodies that she's pulling out, that she used to pull out of 80-year-old men. So they're accumulating that much fat in this amount of time now than they was back then. And I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And everybody, I tell a lot of my clients, push-ups are free. Sit-ups are free. It don't cost shit. Some people need that push. They need to be told what to do and how to do it. But when it comes to the hood and stuff, I think the biggest problem with the hood is bodegas, those stores. There's nothing healthy in those stores. You're not going to find anything healthy in a bodega.
And they're in the city everywhere.
Yeah, maybe some eggs, the milk, the common stuff that they use to bake with, if anything. But you're not going to find anything healthy. But all those stores that I'm talking about, them health stores, they're all available. Like, it's cheap to eat healthy in the supermarket. It's not cheap to eat healthy going out to a restaurant. My whole point was, I don't want to age faster than what I'm supposed to. I actually think that the way I look right now, all people in my age bracket are supposed to look this way. It's based on their diet and the foods that they're eating and putting in the system that's weighing them down. Like, again, it's not just the fact that I look a certain way. You have other people that are my age that are in shape in the same way. They just don't have the same appeal as the skin and the eyes and how much energy they have. And it's based on the stuff that they want to indulge in, the stuff they feel that they deserve. I'm like, the same stuff you feel you deserve, you should take it away from yourself for a little while and see how your body reacts to it. And that's how I judge stuff. It's like I'm tired of seeing girls in shoes they can't walk in, clothes that don't fit, and they out of shape. And they're pretty, they look nice, but they don't apply that other rule. I think as us as a race of people, we supposed to look that way. That's why them farmers are sitting there looking at a man in that field, bent over picking that cotton. Where's my wife? I mean, get your ass in that barn. A lot of stuff, just like with the white one that was raping the men. Like, oh my God, look at Tyrone picking that fucking. Where's John Boy at? Go get his ass in that barn. You say anything. And they hopped on his ass and used him because his body, he was so firm and tight and fit.
Hold on, we're going to take a break. But before we do that, I want to just capture all of his philosophies on diet and nutrition. Definitely wear a condom. It's number one.
That's almost like the diet is. Right. Don't eat that hamburger.
Right.
Eat the chicken. She's safe.
Moderation.
Yeah.
Definitely moderation.
She's safe.
You know, definitely look at what you're doing. Knowledge is power. The bodegas all across the country. If you're in the inner city, excuse me, that's not the only option that you have. And everything else, you heard it here first, but we'll keep it pushing. So Darness, besides the videos and the training regimen and all that good stuff, what about you or some of the things that you're into that people would be surprised to know?
Surprised? I ride bike a lot. I have a mountain bike that I try and just do like good 6 miles total every time I get on it. Into comic books. You wouldn't know it from me seeing on screen all that, but I'm into fashion and clothes a lot. I'm the type to buy clothes and just put them to the side. That's about it. I have a whole bunch of interests. Typical stuff. I'm a kid at heart.
Okay.
So the only time I feel like being an adult is when it comes time to deal with my kids and paying bills. Other than that, I keep the same mentality. I'm always having fun. I'm always clowning. I'm always joking around. When it's time to take something serious, I take it serious.
But that's the laughter and joy. I think that keeps you young as well.
I think from laughing so much, because I laugh at anything and everything all day. I find humor in almost anything.
Were you always like that, or was this something that came out?
No, this actually came out from when I was shot and I was paralyzed. I went into a big depression. And I noticed that was kind of affecting my face. I always had this like down like face, and then I just start, I can commend myself on being strong enough to come out of it. I know a lot of people probably don't have that same mental strength, but I pride myself on not falling into that category, not letting myself get depressed, not letting myself get bothered, not shitting on myself about it like, damn, I messed up. I just got myself out of that and tried to, being funny and cracking jokes made it more normal.
Gotcha.
Made it feel more normal, and then it just progressed from there.
I think that's awesome because it speaks to someone who, I think a lot of times we talked about instant gratification. People have this ability sometimes to not be satisfied with the small things in life that make you who you are.
Yeah.
And I think the small things of saying, I'm going to smile today, or I'm going to laugh today, or not always progressing. My mother used to say sometimes in life you have setbacks, but sometimes if you're able to withstand a storm, even if you didn't take 2 steps forward, there's success within that space.
And I can honestly say I learned from other people. I would watch other people stress out over things, and I can recall a time I probably did the same. And from watching them do it, it's like I kind of told myself, okay, I'm not going to do that no more.
Yeah.
It's like on the outside looking in type. Like you see them do it, you see what they're stressing over, it's like, it's really not that serious. But I can recall doing the same thing last month. Couldn't find my Metro card or something, or thought I had on my credit card stuff, thought I had another $500 left when I didn't, and getting mad at it. I learned to brush stuff off quick, because stress is a killer. Real talk, stress is a killer. Yeah, it'll mess you up just stressing over and brooding over something. Like, I've learned to like try and let things go and leave it alone. And it depends on how severe it is.
And I think people hold on to things too much, but I also feel like everything you've been through with your tragedy, your philosophy on life, have all created the opportunity for you to have a unique style that transitions into your personal training.
Yeah.
So I know we're watching your YouTube videos, some of the equipment that you've used and these devices, man, this is the first time that I've ever seen them.
Yeah.
So let me get it right first. The burn machine speed bag and the big booty monsters.
The blue booty monsters.
For ladies, we're going to talk about that. Toss that over here. Toss that over here. That's for the ladies, but we're going to talk about how that works in just a second. But what I want you to just state a little bit on is, what about these 2 devices in particular? Because I know you use some of the traditional equipment, maybe still in your past.
Yeah, of course.
But what about these 2 devices inspired you to put them into your training regimen?
What I did was, I like interesting in different things. So whenever I saw anything interesting and different online, I was curious about it.
Okay.
Now, there was a hit and miss with a lot of it. A lot of stuff that I got my hands on was just it just looked nice. It wasn't practical. It didn't do anything. I threw it out. Anything I got my hands on that was eccentric and different and new, and I felt that it worked, that's what I incorporated, because I was always like that since I was younger.
Okay.
Always trying to be different, because I wanted to be different at the same time. So I would always try and do something different, like this item right here. Call this the Blue Booty Monster. I'm not going to use this or demonstrate it. And this also is another one.
I appreciate that.
But this is, I get a lot of women to use this. It's a pelvic type exercise. It'll help strengthen your lower abs and your booty. You kind of put it in between your legs and you just squeeze. You squeeze.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of women learned that squeezing helps marriages. Ladies, when he get ready to leave, do that to him.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So explain a little bit about the burn machine.
The burn machine, this is another item I saw. Once I saw it, it just made sense to me. This is 12 pounds. I have an 8-pound version also. Okay. The other thing that's cool with these things, you can stick them together to make them one item. You can make it 20 pounds, but basically this is one of the ways you get it. Excuse me. Shoulders, bicep, abs. You get a lot of core with this. You can do sit-ups with it. Here's another way they can use it, in and out this way.
Oh wow.
Reverse.
And what does that do? Is it working the same muscles?
It's working more eccentric muscles, like movement. Like what I've learned with this in the self-defense thing, you can get a lot of more wrist movement with this, strengthen your wrist. Somebody that would take maybe 12 pounds wouldn't normally twist it and get that many different rotations on it and different items. Like see when you twist your elbow, your arm this way, his bicep. Well, I get a lot of those in. And it just, what I've noticed is it gave me more endurance, gave me a little more definition. And I'm a lot better than a lot of dudes that are a lot younger than me from the equipment that I use. And to understand this is called the speed bag burn machine. Anybody familiar with boxing? They're going to gym. Right. This almost mimics the same item. So you get up in your shoulders. Yeah, you could get it off to the side, turn it off on there. Latin women can start get the merengue, the cha-cha-cha stuff in it. You go use this thing and walk around the house with it, set it down, pick it up, 10 spins back, 10 spins forward. One hand, it's versatile, it's a good piece of equipment. So that's why I recommend it, because it makes so much sense.
Wow, well I appreciate you sharing that. And that is equipment that you can use in your home. It's equipment that the novice can use, as well as somebody who's a serious workout user. Hang
it up somewhere, set it off to the side, or leave it there. And it's nice, chrome and pretty. I recommend this item. I also sold this item to a lot of people that were wheelchair bound.
Oh, okay.
It works the upper body like, and you can basically lay down in the bed with this. You can do sit-ups with it. You can go up and down the stairs with it. It's like I said, it makes sense. Gotcha. You can't really hate on it. It just makes sense. It's practical and it works.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that information. Now, we're going to kind of keep it pushing. But before we do, we're definitely going to have someone come on and demonstrate some of these things later. But there's something else that I wanted to touch on before we did that. So your Twitter, which is at Darness1234, I'm going to read your status.
Okay.
And I quote, I can turn no ass into that ass.
I've done it.
You heard him?
I've done it.
And he can turn any tank top into a wife beater.
I said that.
So you co-signed? Okay. Yeah, so he said that. So with that being said, of course we know men love to work out. Yeah. And women are very avid women who work out as well. Of course the posterior, that ass is some things that they want to know. For both parties sometimes. So with that being said, do you mind taking Team Darness and bringing in our model, Jessica, and explaining some of the ways that you can help no ass turn into that ass?
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Are you cool with that?
I can show a couple of moves, yeah.
My man.
So not all of them, but I can show some moves.
Be right back with y'all.
All right. I'm going to run them through a quick couple of routines. It's the same thing I do with a lot of my clients. First thing I do is 100 ropes. Sounds like a lot. I usually get my clients to do 1,500 to 1,000 of these. And I'm going to start that with a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While you're doing this, keep your stomach tight. Squeeze on your stomach. You have to keep your stomach tight while you're doing this. Squeeze on your stomach.
40. 50. Switch position.
Squeeze your stomach. Squeeze your stomach. Most important part. Squeeze your stomach. I usually go around punching them in the stomach to see if they're squeezing it or not. True story. That was 100 ropes. Like I said, I usually get my clients to do between 1,500 and 1,000 of these. Gets your blood warm, it works your stomach, and it works your lower abs. The next thing I want you to do are called roundabouts. Roundabouts. Basically, let me explain it to you. Stand back a little bit while I explain this. You're acting like you're painting an invisible circle on the wall with your knee. I want you to round about just like that. You can hold onto the pole while you're doing it. I need 40 frontwards, 40 clockwise, and 40 counterclockwise. This move is mostly to do about posture. When you're doing it, I need your hand on your hip and your chin out and keep your stomach up and engaged. Okay? So that you're going to do them clockwise and counterclockwise starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. Chin up. 5. Stomach in. 6, 7, 8, 9. Big circles. 10. Big circles. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 more. 1, 2, 3, higher, 4, 5, chin out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40. Now we're going to do that in the opposite direction on the same leg. Same thing, but the opposite direction. Started in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 3, chin out, 4, stomach in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a little faster, 12, 13, 14, chin out, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, full circle 6, full circle 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Now you're basically going to do the same thing on the opposing leg. The same thing, 40 frontwards, 40 backwards. All right, starting off the next one in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 20 more. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's get the other one popping in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reverse it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Big circles. 6, 7. Big circles. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Bigger circles. 18, 19, 20. 24, 25. Stand up. 26, 27, 28. More circles, please. Bigger circles. Those look like W's. Circles. What's your count, babe?
35.
36, 37, 38, 39, and rest. Okay. The next move I'm going to have you do are the Spider-Man jump squats. Nope, the volleyball jump squats. You're going to get into a position, and it's just like a girl playing volleyball, spiking the ball. And go. 1, 2, 3, poke the butt out. 4, 5, 6, 7, move up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now stay up in the air. All right, we're going on to the next one. You're doing 25, and these are Spider-Man jump squats, where I want you to simply touch the floor with both your palms, not your fingertips, jump up and reach for the ceiling. You're going to be doing 25 of those. That's the starting position. Going down to the floor is the starting position in 5, 4, get into the starting position, 3, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5 more, come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Dun, dun, dun. That's like one part of the workout. Take a little further, but that right there gets your heart rate up. That works your legs, your butt, and your stomach. It works your lower abs. Anything where you have to jump is going to work your lower abs. All right, these are the speed bag burn machines. They basically work like the same concept of the speed bag in the gym. Once they're hitting the bag, but it's a versatile piece of equipment that you can basically use almost anywhere. You can even get in the tub with this if you wanted to. You can walk up and down the stairs with it. You can do sit-ups with it. The one that my wife is using is a 12-pound version. The one the young lady right here is using is an 8-pound version. You can actually stick those things together. What I want you to do is bring it up more, bring it up higher. That's the way you want to use it, not down there. Yeah. You reverse it and bring it forward. Yeah, just rotate it. You can march with that while using it. It's a good piece of equipment that's going to keep you busy. You can't really like bull crap with it. It's too on point to not really get a good workout with it. The other ones behind them are also called burn machines. One is the intermediate, one is novice, and one is the ultimate. The big one, I'll demonstrate that one in a second. She has a 12-pound version, which is the intermediate. You want to hold out the same way she's holding it with both hands on the same side. And what you do is turn your palms downward. No, turn your palms downward when you're holding it. Hold it this way. Keep it this way, palms down. Now when you bring it up, I need you to twist your arms up. Yeah, just like that, and then back down. What you want to do with this machine is you have to do equal amounts on both sides. This is a counterweight. So if she does 12 on this side, she has to do 12 on the opposite side. If not, you just work one arm more than the other. The other thing is the core. You keep that in the middle of this machine, also hits your core. There are plenty of different workouts you can do with this. Some I've made up on my own, some that come with the instructions. Let me show you one that I've made up on my own. Stand right there again. Yeah, just put that up over your head. Spread your legs apart. Now, what I simply want you to do is lean to your left to make that piece hit there. Now to the other side. What that does is it hit your obliques and your core muscles. Bring to the other. You can see from the strain that that's hitting all of this up into here. Then there's other things that you can do with that called the barbarian thrust. Grab that. We simply keep it into your chest right here, and you stand, turn it to your left and to your right. When you do that, now you see the way your feet are placed? I want you to get that spin on your heel. Yeah. And then push and turn that. It's a squat, it's shoulders, it's arms, it's versatile, it keeps you busy. It's a piece of equipment that I like a whole lot. This one right here is for the bigger boys, you could say. Each one of these have a 4-pound plate on it. Each one of these plates weigh 4 pounds, and this item right here is 24 pounds in itself. And it's a good item for curling. Again, the thrust and just keeping movement. You can do a lot of things with this item that you can't simply do with a regular barbell. And that's why I like it, because it keeps you busy, and you get a lot of tendon strength with this item. You get a lot of tendon strength and just better muscle development, I think. I've been using these things for about 6-7 years. And yeah, I wouldn't give them up. I'd keep using them. And you can tell by the way she's sweating and breathing that you can definitely feel that. What I want you to do is try that with the 12-pound now. You just was working with the 20-pound. Did that one. Yes, you just had the 12-pound. That one is basically intermediate. You look like you work out. That one is a 12-pound version. Try and get some of the turns and some of the curls. Yep. Stoop down and press and push. Turn and, yeah. And now that counterweight that's in the middle of that weight is 4 pounds. So that thing right there is 20 pounds total. So when she moves that counterweight, she's dealing with 4 pounds extra on the other side. So it's an asymmetrical, symmetrical workout. So it's like if you was walking in the airport and you was carrying a suitcase on this side and a bag on this side, eventually you would set that down and switch sides. You feel me? That's one of the ways I train also. I'll take a 15-pound dumbbell and a 25-pound dumbbell. I'll curl them in both hands for about 10-15 reps and then just simply switch. You're doing the same thing. You're basically doing the same. You're just making your workout shorter and quicker. So it's an asymmetrical workout and muscle confusion, and that's basically what you need. The other item I want to show you is this thing called the leg magic. That's another piece of equipment that's not very expensive. It's about maybe $40 to $50. I recommend anybody that's trying to work on their legs and booty, try and get one of those. I'm going to show you some regular reps and some forced reps. The other way you do it is hands on your hips, chin out. You move that back and forth. Simple like that. I want you to try the same thing, and then I'm going to try and show you how to get some forced reps in on this. Yep, just stand on it. Get both feet even. Now, like I said, you look like you work out, so take your hands off, stick your chin out, and close that all the way for me now. Close it all the way. Now, this is how I get some of the forced reps in. I want you to close that and hold it closed. Close it. Keep both of those pins right there and don't let that down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it and close it again. Close it. Keep it right there. Don't let it off of there. Nope. Keep it right there. I'm only on a 5-second count, but I can't count unless you're touching those. Force the reps. Touch those. Yo, you're not touching them. Touch them. Close them. Hands off, please. Touch those. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now give me 10 reps. 10 reps. 10 reps. Close it. Close it. Close it. You're not closing it. That's very selfish of you. Close it. Hands on. Hands on. Hands on. Grab it. Grab the pole. 1, 2. Don't let it touch out here no more. 3. Don't let it touch out here. Watch my hands. Don't crush my hands. 4, 5. There you go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it closed. Hold it closed for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I need you to give me 10 reps. You're almost finished. 10 reps. 1. One hand on. One hand on and don't lean forward. Yep. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it closed again. Hold it closed again from you. Almost finished. Hold it closed. Hold it closed. Take both hands off. Hold it closed. Close it. Hold it right there. I'm helping you close this now. And your stomach. Squeeze that. Close it. I'm helping you close it now. Force rep. I cannot do this by myself. You have to assist me. Close it. I'm going to let this go. I need a 5 count and 3 reps, then step down. Close it. I need you to touch it. If it's not touching, I can't count it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5 reps, then step down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That machine, Hasatao, is for your inner thigh, your outer thigh, your booty, your abs. It's a good piece of equipment to have in your house, and it's not expensive. A lot of people ask me what that is. I tell them to go get it. It's a good piece. At the same time, you got to know how to use it. But that's an awesome piece of equipment for your legs and butt. And to add resistance to this thing, all you have to do is raise these pieces. Give me a book or something. Those soup books right there. I'm going to show you how you make this thing right here a little more difficult and more challenging. It's real simple. So if you was to get an item like this in your home and you felt it was too easy or wasn't challenging enough, this is all you have to do. Another book. You simply increase the distance from one end to the other. I want you to try a couple of reps with this like this. Stand on it now. Now I want you to close it. Hands off. Try and give me 5 to 10 reps. See what that did was make the angle up higher now. As opposed to when it was on the floor, it was like this. Now they're up higher. You can even stack that thing to this. They're almost on this angle. And you can bring your legs up and down like that. So all I did was just increase the tension and make that a lot more difficult for her. So if her level of fitness dictated that she was stronger than that right there, it's easy to make this thing more challenging just by lifting it up off the floor. Now what I want you to do is touch my hand with your knee. Don't touch the table anymore. Stick that leg straight out 15 times. 1. Hit my knee a little harder. 2. 3. Poke that leg out. 5. Get it. Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing with the other leg. 1. Kick it straight out. 2, 3. Straight. Not at an angle. 4, 5, 6. Look for my hand. 7, 8, 9. Not so high. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is try and hit me in my chin or my hand with your knee. Raise your knee up and hit my hand 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other 5 I want from right here. Hit my hand 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come on. Gotta keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now back to the other side. Now I want this leg poked straight out. Bring this leg straight out. from right here, I want you to raise this leg up right here, drop this foot to your butt and point it back out to my hand. When you drop it like that, I need you to control it. You can mess with your knee, you understand? So don't drop it so hard, control it down, and then hit my hand. 1, raise this knee up. Yep. Hit my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise this knee up. Raise this knee up. Don't move yet. Raise it right there, then hit my hand. 5, 6, 7, 8. Raise that knee up. This knee, hold on. This knee has to be up right here. 7, right here. Drop it down. 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. 10. Raise that knee up. Raise it up. Drop that foot down to your butt. Towards your butt. Yep. 2, 3, 4. Stick it out further. 5. Stick it out further. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop that down. Now I need you to lift this leg back up. You're almost finished. Point this foot straight to the ceiling 10 times. Like this. Straighten that up. 1, 2. Don't look back at me like that. 3, 4. Straight to the ceiling. 5. 6. Take it up. 7, 8, 9. Hold it up there. 5, 4. Hold it. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Do that on the other side. Point that straight up. Bring that knee up. 1, 2. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now immediately lay up onto your back. Onto your back, onto your back. You're going to point your belly button to the ceiling 50 times. I usually do that with a weighted ball, but I don't see it. Yep. I need you to just point your belly button to the ceiling 50 times, just like that. Keep going. Higher. Hold this here. Both hands. Hold that with both hands. Keep pushing. Push up. Push up. Let me know when you get to the number that I want you to. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. 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 Push up high. Bring it all the way down. Bring it all the way down. Hit the mat. Yeah, now bring it up. Bring it up all the way down. Bring it up all the way down. Bring it up all the way down. Up. What's your count? You're not counting? So we're going to get to 15. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Push it. 4. I need 15. 5. Harder. 6, 7, 8, 9. Higher. 10. Go on your tippy toes. 11, 12, 13, 14. Hold that up in the air, please. Hold that up in the air. I need you to point this foot out. Right hand, hit my hand up. Get that butt back up, please. Point this foot and hit my hand 1 time. Switch. Lift the butt up. Your butt has to be up. Nice. Lift it up. We're going to do that 10 times. 1. Keep going. 2, 3. Lift the butt up. 4. I need it higher. 5, 6. I'm not going to count it if you don't hit my hand. 7, 8, 8. Come on, 9, 10. 9, 9. You dropped the butt. I usually start people over when that happens, but since we're on time right now, I need one more hit with this one right here. Hit, that's it. This is the last exercise coming up right now. I only want you to do 6 on each leg. Try and touch the ceiling with this foot, lifting your butt up off the floor 6 times. Both legs, and then you're finished with that workout. 1, 2, 3. Stop shaking. 4, 5. Switch. 1. Kick it up. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Booty. Booty. Alright.
Alright, man. So Darness, I really want to thank you for putting together that demonstration. I'm not sure the ladies would appreciate it, but I'm sure our Style Amplified viewers definitely will. And again, we want to thank Team Darness for allowing us to come in the Bronx, New York on location. And just look directly in the camera and let our Style Amplified people know how they can get in contact with you and Team Darness. You can get in touch with me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all under the same name. Twitter, Darness1234 on everything. That's DARNESS1234.
That was also a typo. It was supposed to be Darkness, but it turned out real well. Everybody knows me as Darness. That's what I'm going by. So it's Darness1234 on all social medias, and you can find me on there for information, tips, and the whatnot. You need some motivation, and you can also go to www.shop.teamdarness.com to pick up some of the merchandise I have on there, some of the supplements and the items that I use to help my people get in shape. And basically that's it.
So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes another episode of Style Amplified. I'm your host, Gyasi Williams, and as always, everyday people, everyday life with a little bit of style.